ladies as well as gentlemen, Papa Boris is back for some more Hearthstone Arena action. The first game of this arena, we smashed a mage, and in the second game of the arena, a mage smashed us. She had Mana Worm, then a Mirror Image, and then proceeded to pelt me with Frost Bolts and Ice Lances and more Frost Bolts till I cried uncle. I had a lot of good cards, but I just didn't have the time to play them all out. And of course, for a little kicker, she had the Blood Knight to steal the Divine Shield off my Scarlet Crusader. Alright, Golden Pants, I'm pretty sure I've played him before. Oh, I can't remember. Can't remember if I thought he was good or if I didn't, but I think he was okay. This is good against a fellow Paladin. I'm actually just going to keep this hand. This is totally fine. So, against a Paladin, totally different story. Playing a Recruit on turn 2 is just A-okay. So I don't mind that at all. And then, hopefully he doesn't have a coin play. That's all I'm hoping for. As long as, I mean, this deck is a bit slow, spiking at 3 and 4 mana as it does. So good. No coin play, that means I can play one of these in relative peace and comfort. And if he makes his own, I can play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, they'll trade, this will be a 4-3, and I'll be in good shape. He could then, of course, coin out Hammer of Wrath to kill it, but I feel like I'll be in good shape. Aha! Frostwolf Grunt. Well, changes thing. Does that change what I want to do here? Do I want to play this for some card draw instead? Yeah, we'll do this for some card draw instead. So we'll leave this alone. And, if he wants to kill it, I can finish it off with my Acolyte. Uh-oh, this looks like a Blessing of Kings incoming. Yep. It is. Wow. You know what I'm really happy I have? A Silence. Now, what's interesting is if my opponent had actually killed my Silverhand Recruit, he'd be a 6-5. After I silenced him, he'd drop back to 2-2, so he'd basically kind of like heal up, thanks to the buff. But because he chose to get greedy and attack me, after this happens, I actually get to kill his Grunt, which is a really huge difference. So, I don't know if my opponent made a mistake. You could say that he, like, consciously, you know, decided to do that, given that he's up against a Paladin, and on turn 4, Paladin's not going to deal with a 6-6 very well, other than a Silence. But, it definitely didn't work out for him very well. Ha-ha, we have a secret. Well, isn't that nice? So this is probably Noble Sacrifice, in which case what I want to do is kill it with the Spellbreaker, and use this to then... Well, no, wait a minute. What am I talking about? I want to use this on the Noble Sacrifice. Right. Yeah, so let's run in here. It's not Noble Sacrifice! Damn it! Oh, well. So what is it? It's probably... It could be the thing that makes things come back to life. Screw it. Let's just do this. Kill this creature. It does come back to life. Okay. Well... We'll see what my opponent wants to do here. I can actually kill this bear again. Although that was a pretty good use of Repentance. Repentance is essentially a 1-mana 3-1 with Taunt. I mean, there's nothing I could do about it, though, because I couldn't bypass it. How many cards does he get to draw here? 1, 2, 3... Oh, God. Jesus. That's terrible. I guess he basically... His Divine Favor basically ended up being my Acolyte. Lord. He's doing this again. Wow, what's up with all this greed by my opponent? I guess that makes sense. He doesn't want to pop the Divine Shield himself. He wants me to pop it. This is actually really annoying now. Holy crap. Okay, well, we'll heal up. Pop the Divine Shield. I don't know why he's being so aggressive. He's really not doing that much effective damage to me, and Paladins aren't good at burn. Anyway, now you can... This bear... God damn it. This bear has been a pain in my ass. I don't think there's anything I could have done about it, though. There's just nothing I could have done. You know what I could have done, actually? Did I have this Abusive Sergeant that first turn when he played the Secret? Maybe if I had buffed my Acolyte and swung into the bear would have come back and I killed a killer right then. Yeah, that would have been what that would have been to do. I guess I just thought it was Noble Sacrifice, so then the buffing on my Acolyte was pointless. You know, maybe the fact that the Paladin secrets are all so bad, like, in a way makes them kind of good because your opponents expect every secret to be Noble Sacrifice. So that allows you to sometimes get more mileage than you otherwise would have out of the bad secrets. He's still going for my face. I don't know about this. I just don't know. I guess he's done a lot of damage. It just doesn't feel like that's the right move to me. So anyway, we're going to do this. And we'll just kill this creature. That seems fine. I'm not playing this guy. I think the Battlecry could come in handy at some point later. And I guess I am low on life, and he's fine on cards thanks to Divine Shield. But it still seems wrong to me to go at your opponent's face like that when you don't really have to. Oh god, Divine Shields. It's the endless Divine Shields. And another secret. That could be very frustrating. You know what, if I lose this game, I'm going to be annoyed. That mage just smashed me, but this paladin I feel like is just BSing me to death. Alright, what does he have? He has a buff. Ah, he's going to get to draw a card. Okay, fair enough. He probably should have done that first, but Lord knows I've forgotten to draw cards myself enough times. So that seems like it's probably Noble Sacrifice now. So what we'll do here is we'll put a Divine Shield on him. Oh no, it's Repentance. It's another crap secret. Okay. Well then, what I'm going to do is make a little bit of an interesting decision. I'm actually going to, yeah, I'm going to play the Abusive Sergeant here. Oh, no. Do I want to play the Frostwolf Warlord? We'll hold off on that. We're going to play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul and a Harvest Golem. And we're going to actually kill this thing. And I'm going to give my opponent a taste of his own medicine. I'm actually going to swing at his face. So what I'm doing here is I'm making it so that he has to pop the Divine Shield. If I pop the Divine Shield for him, then on his turn he could kill the creature off. But now he has to pop the Divine Shield and then attack. Sword of Justice is pretty good. It's a good way to pop the Divine Shield as well. He's going to pop the Divine Shield with his Divine Shield, and he's going to kill it with the 2-1. Fair enough. Does he have respect my Flesh-Eating Ghoul, I wonder? Or is he going to go for the face? Ah, he finally respects it. Good man, good man. You should respect it. You should respect the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, son. Come on, there you go. Okay. Well, I think I have a good turn coming up here. Oh, well, that's a bit sad. But I still have a good turn, because I can play Raid Leader and then buff the Golem. Alright, so Raid Leader, buff the Golem. That'll kill that thing. Do I want to play the Abusive Sergeant just to make the Frostwolf Warlord bigger? Nah, I think what I'm going to do here, because my opponent is being so aggressive, we'll make a Recruit and a Taunt. And we'll use the Golem to kill that thing off. So I have equal cards, but he has a weapon, and I have a better board, but he has the play. Consecration would kill most of what I have. So we'll see if he's got it or not. He should really try to get removal. He wants removal for this Raid Leader. That's actually a really damn good use. Oh, Jesus, what the hell is going on here? Mana Wraith. What is he doing? Crazy. I don't know about the Blessing of Might. I mean, this thing is gonna die now, so it seems kind of pointless. Okay, well, that's interesting. Stampeding Kodo. Oh, these buffs are making Stampeding Kodo useless. Well, I think what I'm gonna do here is play the Sergeant. Get in there and fight, Maggot. Make the Maggot get in there and fight. I actually have enough mana to do this. And a Frostwolf Warlord. And we'll just swing on by. So we can get me down to 14 health with this Mana Wraith, but I'm not that scared about it. 14 health against a Paladin with 2 cards is totally fine. And his health is in trouble too. Panther's not really going to do it for him. I mean, he'll hit me down to 10, but I'm hitting him down way low. He's not even going to attack me. Smart move. Very smart move.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, well, let's kill this. We'll play the Stampeding Kodo to kill the 1-1. Play a Shilman Yeti because Shilman Yeti rocks the house. And we'll swing. Could I have won? Oh my god, could I have won? No, I couldn't have won. I could have gotten him down to 2 health.
Not on my watch.
Okay, he loses. Smart move by my opponent. He's trying to razzle bedazzle me. Notice how he's just going to pass the turn here. Oh, he says, well played. I always do that. I'm like, oh, smart move by my opponent. He's, you know, not saying anything, and then he says something. Anyway, that was a good game by my opponent. He had a very strong deck, but I hung in there and was able to ride it out to the victory that I deserved. Oh yeah, that's kind of douchey of me to say that I deserve to win. I always find it kind of weird when people act like they deserve to win after they lose. Like, oh, I deserve to win that game. Or like, I should have won that game. It's such crap that I lost. I think, you know, but if like playing by the rules of the game, you lose the game, then you deserve to lose by definition, right? The only way that you could ever say that you deserve to win at a time when you lost is if your opponent like cheated and violated the rules in some way. If you won, that means by definition you deserve to win. Major damage with numbers. Okay, I'll probably be a little bit sad to lose against this guy just because of that name. I know that I kind of wish I had equality against that mage, but I just really can't see that being a good card. Raid Leader's not a good drop on turn 3. Actually, it might be if I have a Recruit on hand. Alright, we'll keep this kind of hand of answers here, I suppose. So basically, I Recruit on turn 1, hope it lives. Raid Leader on turn... Or excuse me, Recruit on turn 2, hope it lives. Raid Leader on turn 3, the Recruit might trade into something. And then, you know, the Hammer of Wrath to kill something the next turn, or a Silence, or Kodo, depending on what it is. So let's see if he has anything. I'm hoping all my opponents have slow starts. This one has a Fiery War Axe. Well, all things considered, it's not that bad for me. Because basically, I don't care if a Recruit dies to the Fiery War Axe. And the Acolyte of Pain draws a card when it dies to the Fiery War Axe, so it's about as good of a weathering of Fiery War Axe as I could probably hope for here. Depending, of course, on his 3-drop. Oh, jeez. That's a little bit scary. So I can play Spellbreaker and silence this, but the issue is that then the Spellbreaker dies to the Fiery War Axe. I can play the Acolyte of Pain. You know what? I think we need to step up our game a little bit. Let's just play the Showind Yeti and try to kill this Frothing Berserker before it gets out of hand. So we could, of course, you know, attack with the weapon and then execute my Yeti. But anything short of that, I should be able to kill off, or a taunt. I should be able to kill this thing off. Notice how the 4 health is so important against Hammer of Wrath. Oh, he's got something. Slam? Interesting. Ah, I see. So he actually gets to kill it with the axe and keep this guy alive. Well, if he uses the axe to finish off the Yeti, then I don't mind silencing this thing. Because then it's a 2-4 and my 4-3 will trumpet. Trumpet. like the instrument. Like, do-do-do-do. My 4-3 will do-do-do-do. Anyway, let's go ahead and just silence this up. I might regret it later. I might. It's true. But there's a big upside to this, because if he doesn't run in to the Spellbreaker, like if he doesn't have a Shattered Sun Cleric or a Dark Iron Dwarf to make this trade possible and he just attacks past me, because why do the trade for your opponent, then the Stampeding Kodo will knock this out, which is really nice. And then I have the Argent Commander. This is probably like the best, or one of the best neutral legendaries in the game. Godjibble Bobbles! And of course the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Well, the Flesh-Eating Ghoul will die to the Hammer of Wrath at least, so that's nice. Okay, so now that this got buffed, the Stampeding Kodo will whiff on it, so I can do this. Flesh-Eating Ghoul gets a little bit bigger, not quite big enough just yet to kill my Kodo without help. Although all it needs is an Abusive Sergeant, Shattered Sun Cleric, Dark Iron Dwarf, any kind of a buff. Like, thankfully they trade at least, that's good. If he kills us with some other means, then the Argent Commander will be a very nice way to kill the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Although I don't necessarily want to pop the Divine Shield on the Argent Commander until this axe gets used up. So maybe I'll wait on that and instead find other means of dealing with the school, such as, for example, a Hammer of Wrath. And just make a Recruit. Oh, God, that's kind of weak board presence, but yeah, I think it's worth it. Not to lose the Sergeant Commander right away to an axe. So yeah, this is probably like one of the best neutral rares in the game. So if you're a new player and you're wondering what to craft, this is definitely one, because it'll go in a lot of your decks. Twilight Drake, the 5-mana 4/4 that's got spell damage +1 and draws a card, is another one that is gonna go in a lot of decks. Wow! That's pretty good. So he gets an extra tick out of that weapon. Alright, well here I actually am going to use the Argent Commander then. Because the Hammer of Wrath doesn't do the job, but he does. So because of the legendary buffing this Fiery War Axe, he still has this around, and he can still kill my Argent Commander, which is sad. And wow, what's up with all this crap that I have? Damn it, why are all my cards terrible? I do have the combo though. I have the Wild Pyromancer and Equality to clear out his board. So if what he plays is scary enough, I may do it. Like if he plays like a Boulder Fist Ogre, like I might just do that, because otherwise he's gonna face this Manipulate and keep his weapon around. I've seen people do this where they like really treasure their weapons. I don't know though. I mean, it might be better just to kill the guy with your weapon and then attack. Yep, so my opponent's making the smart play in my opinion. Well, the nice thing is that this is dying to Hammer of Wrath, so I'll play Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Normally you want to draw cards first, but not here because I want the Flesh-Eating Ghoul to grow.
Job done.
Another Flesh-Eating Ghoul, so I do have a lot of those, which is nice. This is like the entirety of my low curve. I don't know where all my good cards are, like my Frostwolf Warlord, and well, I guess I had the Argent Commander. That was a 6-mana card. I want Justice up in here at some point. I'm doing okay though. He's got 5 cards to my 6, plus I have an extra card on the board, and I have an out at any time that I want. He's got a Chillwind Yeti, and it's charging. Oh my God, he keeps having good cards. Well, let's see here. I don't want his stuff to charge, and I will do anything to kill a Warsong Commander. So let's see. I could play Equality here. Do I want to actually play like an Argent Protector to keep my Wild Pyromancer alive? Actually, probably not. I could play Flesh Eating Ghoul and Argent Protector, but then I am 1 mana short of being able to Equality up. So the Flesh Eating Ghoul could have gotten huge, but alas, it is not to be. I could play Acolyte of Pain and draw a card, but that seems kind of silly. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and play Equality here. Clear the board. And for 4 mana? Let's get the biggest board presence. I think I'd rather have 2 weaker creatures than 1 bigger one, because none of these are like that big. So we're equal on cards now. I didn't really get card advantage. I spent 2 cards, the Pyromancer and Equality, to kill his 2 cards, but I killed his 2 very good cards. So if that was the best he could do at 8 mana, hopefully what he can do at 9 mana isn't significantly better. And it is, of course, significantly better. Well, the Raid Leader actually allows me to kill that thing, and I will do that. So here's the plan. We're going to do this, and this. This allows me to pop the Divine Shield and trade my Ardent Protector to kill off that Lord, which is good. And let's actually play the Acolyte down. I'm running into Mind Control tech, but no one of my cards is that good except for the Ghoul, which if he steals that, then so be it, but the odds are against it. And hopefully I can draw a card or 2 with the Acolyte to press my advantage. When you're in a war of attrition with your opponent, where it's kind of even the whole way through and you're going back and forth, every extra card makes such a huge, huge difference that it's important to try to get them if you at all can.
What now?
If he stole my Flesh Eating Ghoul, you could say that that would do some major damage to my chances of winning. Okay. Singing and telling jokes are 2 careers I should not have. I actually have done stand-up comedy. It's really fun. Haven't done it in a long time, though. It's really, really hard. Harder than it looks. People like Louis C.K. and Brian Regan make it look very, very easy. Ah, Stampeding Kodo. Well, it kills my Raid Leader, which is sad, so now I can't kill this thing. But that's fine. We'll just put a Taunter down, I think. Yeah, I don't need the life gain just yet. Do I want to throw the Acolyte away? No, I'm going to actually hang on to that Acolyte. I would like to see if there's a better thing that comes down later for it. And I don't need cards just yet. This is already more than I can play in a single turn. When you have 5, 6, and 7, you can only play any one of them on any given turn. So I don't need cards just yet, I don't feel like. So I'll keep the Acolyte around and see if something better comes along. So I've actually got 2 of my recruits to stick. The more that stick, the worse things get for my opponent. Ah, the infamous Gorehowl. Well, do I have an Ooze in here somewhere? I don't remember. I don't think I do. But notice how he took a lot of damage for that right there. So that's my hope, is that he's low on life. So he's going to run into trouble if he keeps on whacking my creatures. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just do this. This dies to the Gorehowl, but, again, he is taking quite a bit of damage for the privilege of killing it. He's going to go down to 4 health, hero up 6 health. I've got 5 damage on the board. 4 after he kills one of my recruits. So the Gorehowl is definitely good. Well, he wasn't quite losing enough, and maybe I should have played this to have it die to the Gorehowl so that this would survive it. I don't know. I feel like getting the health was nice, and then dealing 5 damage to him is nice as well. So we'll see. I guess now that I think about it, though, if he has good cards, he can really come back pretty easily from this situation, because this was a pretty weak top deck. Now I saw a lot of my cheap creatures earlier this game, so I feel like I should be coming into good stuff. Choose over champion is what I'd like to see. And I don't have any because I never saw any in the draft. Boo. The correct play for him is definitely to hit this with the Gorehowl. And he's going to do it. So he's going to drop down to 6 health. And then he's going to get to play 8 more mana's worth of cards. If he attacks this, that means he has a Whirlwind. He's thinking, though, no Whirlwind for my opponent. He's going to just hang tight. Okay. Well, Hammer of Wrath is absolutely the perfect card here. Let's draw a card, see what we get before we make any decisions. Arcane Golem. That's actually going to win me the game. Well, I sure am glad I took the Arcane Golem over, what was it? Some other rare... Demolisher, right. I am so glad I took that Arcane Golem and not the Demolisher. The Arcane Golem, you could say, dealt some major damage. Okay, anyway, we're done here. So that was a third win. A bit of a tough game against that warrior. But to be fair, I think he played like 2 Fiery War Axes, had a Captain Greenskin, and a Gorehowl. So whatever, man. That should be a hard game, and I'll give myself due credit for pulling it out. Taking a sip of good luck water. So Paladins, just by the statistics I've been seeing, are very strong in the arena and very popular. However, I don't actually do that well with them. I do okay, but not great. Ah, man. This, I'm just going to send it back, because it's not going to survive against a rogue. This, I might need as removal. Okay, these are both decent cards against rogues. I think 3 toughness is nice to have, because at least you'll survive backstab that way. Southsea Deckhand. Oh, yes, the thing I've never seen this. And this is like the 5th game. I've never seen this come up into my hand once. But yes, I was expecting to see a True Silver Champion, and I didn't, so this is just a 2-1. For one, the reason I didn't play it is it's just going to die to my friend the Rogue's Dagger, so it's probably going to be actually just a dead card. I have no weapons, it's never going to charge. I don't know when I'd play it. Maybe in the same turn as a Frost Wolf Warlord, maybe if I have a taunt in the way.
It's time for a little blood.
Well, here I think it behooves me to play the Scarlet Crusader. So now if he enrages himself against my Silverhand Recruit, I can at least kill him. Barring, of course, you know, rogue removal. Like Backstab and Shiv, or Backstab Fan on Knives, or just Backstab Dagger, or Dagger Shiv. No, can't Dagger Shiv. Nope, can't do that. No Dagger Shiv. But yeah, basically if she has Backstab, she'll use it to kill the Scarlet Crusader, and this thing will be a 5-2, which is a bit scary. But Hammer of Wrath will finish it off next turn. Nah, should be fine. This guy, I haven't seen him coming up that much either. He will also kill an enraged Amani Berserker. Well, my opponent is either not have the answers for a Scarlet Crusader, or she has them, but she has like a backstab and is wondering, is it really worth it to use a backstab on this? And the answer is yes, sweetie. It is worth it to use a backstab on the Scarlet Crusader, because otherwise your guy's gonna die. She has the backstab. Ah. Balls. Does she have more to play? Oh, God, rogues. Rogues! Oh, of course. Of course. Of course. Yeah, of course you had that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just Hammer of Wrath for Dangerous Threat. So, I need her to have a slow turn, which is, I admit, asking for a lot. God, rogues, this is part of why I love rogues. Okay, so rogues started off with a 2-3 facing a 1-1 and a 3-1 with Divine Shield. For 3 mana, she took care of everything I had and put, like, 2 extra creatures onto the board. Because it's a rogue. By the way, if you're wondering why I don't like this card, this is why. The 2 health is a real bitch. I mean, yes, I get to kill one of his things, but then one of these banditos just finishes it off. I could, of course, play like a Flesh-Eating Ghoul and put Divine Shield on it now that I drew that, but I think, whatever. We need to hold the fort here, that's all. So one of these bandits can now kill the Stormpike Commando if I'm lucky. And then I'm getting hit for 4 damage down to 21, which is a bit scary. I have no taunt here at the moment. At 6 mana, I'll just probably play 2 Flesh-Eating Ghouls, because they, well, depending on what she does, because they're okay against what she has right now, and then with their key 3 health, and then hopefully I'll be able to catch back up. So again, I need my opponent to have a slow turn. The last turn didn't really qualify. She had a Panda, and she replayed this. Fen Creeper is very frustrating, because it kills Flesh-Eating Ghouls. Lord of the Arena? Yeah, alright. So if my opponent has an Assassinate, she probably wins the game, but this does actually hold up really well. So the Fen Creeper and, well, no, the Fen Creeper and the Bandit will kill it, but what she'll do is use the 2 bandits and then the dagger to finish it off. So I'm making her spend 1/3 of her mana and 2 of her creatures on the board, which is fine. The real problem is that I have no way of dealing with this thing, unless, of course, I play like a Flesh-Eating Ghoul and put Blessing of Kings on it. Not my favorite thing to do. What is that, a Cold Blood? God, Jesus. Yeah, I needed my opponent to have a slow turn, and she never did. Oh, are you come on, Jesus! Oh, man. Equality plus Pyromancer would save me the game here. Alas, it's just over. 2, 4, 6 plus 6 is 12. Oh, God, this game sucked. Let's put a Blessing of Kings on this thing. The chance she'll panic and like spend her whole turn killing it or something. Oh my god, this game was retarded. Oh man, like, well, so when the mage crushed me, that was fine. I just got crushed, but this is just annoying. Oh, I don't like the look of that. What do we have? Kidnapper. Yeah, we don't need to do any more of this game. Let's just go ahead and pass the turn by conceding. And move on to the next game. Oh man, what am I at? 3-1? Now I'm at 3-2. Oh god damn, I feel like my deck is pretty good. Lots of quality 3 drops and 4 drops. Yeah, the curve's a bit screwed up, but that game was just ridiculous. I guess I'm lucky that I was... No, I wasn't second. My rogue friend was second. She had the coin. Man, but that was just so ridiculous. I mean, that's why I left to play rogues. She had a 2-3 versus a 1-1 and a 3-1 with Divine Shield. Not only did she clear out everything for 3 mana, but she also put like 4 power and 3 toughness worth of creatures on the board. On top of that, I just couldn't do it. I needed to have Consecration, and I never saw it in the draft, so I just don't think I had a chance in that game. I will be the first to say that I don't play perfectly, and there's always a possibility that I make mistakes and don't play as well as I could. But that game, I think there was just literally nothing I could do, and you have those sometimes. Okay, this I'm actually going to keep against a Warlock, because although it is vulnerable to Mortal Coil, and that would be sad, it's actually playable, and my biggest weakness in this deck is people having fast starts. It's not reasonable to just always hope that all of your opponents don't have anything to play on turn 1 or turn 2. You just can't expect that. So, this slows my opponent down a little bit. Hopefully, assuming he has no Mortal Coils. It's interesting how Mortal Coil used to be a total trash card, and now it's actually like quite good. Once Shiv, the rogue card, got, you know, nerfed appropriately. Okay, well, that's good. This lives. We'll put another thing down. So I'm the one with the fast start now. There's really no point coining out this Harvest Golem, because if I did, I'd have nothing to do next turn. So I might as well just put the 1-1 out.
Don't mess.
That is actually a very good drop against me, because the Piglet kills one of them, and then the Boar kills the other. I think I'll take a little bit of a risk here. Let's just play the Golem. I'm gonna use my 1-1 to kill her one, or to kill his 1-1, so that his Piglet cannot kill my 2-1. I'm gonna attack by. Now, if the Razorfin Hunter kills my deckhand, then the Golem will kill the Hunter and lift a tell about it. And then this way I can save my coin for the future. I've got both my good 4 drops here and a Hammer of Wrath for good measure. The other option there was to coin out a Hammer of Wrath and kill this thing, but what I would have done then is use my 1-1 to kill his 1-1 and left a 2-1 on the board, but this way I leave a 2-1 on the board that regenerates, and I keep my coin, so it seems fine. Wow, well, it's a pretty big card. The 5 power that it has is actually very important because it kills, you know, all my shit. I need to play the Chillwind Yeti here, actually, and the reason for that is that if I play the Senjin, then the 5-6 kills the Senjin, goes down to 3 health, and then my Golem can't finish it off. Now, of course, I could then finish it off with Hammer of Wrath, but I'd rather save Hammer of Wrath for anything else, because the Golem being able to 2-for-1 is actually fine. So, like, if he attacks my Yeti, I run in the Golem, that's 2-for-1, but then my Golem comes back, so it's like, okay, and I want to use it for that purpose. That seems like a good use of its time. Okay, so he's got lots of cards, 7 cards to my 6, one of which is the coin, but I've got a little more in the field. Granted, his 1 on the board is as good as my 2, so I'm not in great shape. Bane of Doom. Oh my god, well... god damn it! Seriously, I always get Blood Imps. He got the taunts. This is such bullshit. Alright, well anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just, I think, silence this thing. And use my Golem to do that. So this 3-5 is just amazing here because it can kill my 4-3. That's life. Whatever. Ugh. He had to get that thing. And an Ogre. Oh my god. Well, this is sort of the Paladin's worst nightmare. I don't have anything big of my own. I can make a dude coin Frostwolf Warlord, but that's not even good enough. Ugh. This is garbage. Garbage on a donkey is all that this is. I mean, there's a chance this will be good, but if he has a Siphon Soul for this, or like another big creature of his own, so that I'm one big creature behind his, then I'm going to be in serious trouble. Oh, god, Bane of Doom. I mean, it's a good card, because you should definitely draft it, you should definitely play it. It just was very, very good there. Oh, Jesus, no. God damn it. He's actually gonna kill my 1/1. That's smart. Don't let paladins keep creatures. Very, very smart. And there's the Flame Imp. I really need a Consecration, and I really don't have any in the deck. Guardian of Kings, as much as I'm beating Crush, is actually hilariously unplayable at the moment, because I have maximum life, technically. We're going to go ahead and do this, because I think it's important to not let him draw any more cards. And we'll actually play the Scarlet Crusader here. She's very good against his cheap drops. And if he wants to, you know, use the Boulder for Stoker, then to kill it, then that's fine. He has way too many cards, unfortunately. I'd feel much better about this if he had, like, 2 cards. But he just had so much good value out of his cards. Like, killing my Golem and getting a 3/5 with Taunt for 5 mana is pretty decent. I just wasn't able to hang on. Conifer the Warlock. I feel like I've played against him before. Man, I thought this draft was good. I thought this was a good deck. We really crushed the Mage in round 1. But apparently it's not as good as I think it is. Maybe it's just too vulnerable to good early game action. But in this game, I had the fast start. I had the 2/1 on turn 1. He didn't have much going on at all.
We must cleanse the sun.
Okay, is he going for my throat now? Is that what he's doing?
Handle it.
Oh man, he's going for the throat.
I'll never tell.
Well, if I top deck Equality, I can actually win this game because he just really overextended. Not overextended, but he extended. I did not get Equality, so I'm going to lose. I mean, he's just got enough damage to kill me. There's nothing I can do to kill him. Fuck. Well, I have to play this. I have to play it. It heals me up. That's what I have to do here. So this is the biggest thing that he has. Maybe I should have killed the Raid Leader. I guess the Raid Leader does deal more damage total. And with a Quinn, I can't quite play this. Oh, I could have played the Sea Giant. Oh, geez, I screwed up. Yeah, I should have, the Sea Giant used to cost 2 before I killed his creature. I should have coined it out and played it. Ah, well, that's a bad mistake. So my morale got the better of me. Oh my Christ, fuck. Well, it doesn't matter. If I'd played it, he still got the kill. Oh no, I'm not going to say well played. He might not notice that he's going to kill me. He notices. This arena run. Well, I had a really hot streak. I'm just going to spoil it now, so cover your ears. I had 4 and 9 wins arenas in a row. And then the last arena wasn't good, and this one also was not good. Damn, that's sad. Well, if you enjoyed this, if you thought you learned something from it, perhaps you saw an error in my draft that I didn't, then do please like and or subscribe and comment. If you'd like to stick around for Papa Boris's hour of sadness and shame, let's go ahead and see what our 3 win arena prizes. Man, I used to have Paladins in my personal top tier. They were kind of in my middle tier for a while. Then they were in my top tier for a bit. Now I think they're back to the middle tier. I don't think they're quite consistent enough. This is a golden rare. All right. I'll exchange that for some dust. What is that, 100 dust? I'll take it. Let's see what we get in our packety pack. Nothing good. Any new cards? Nope, those are all duplicates. Let's take a look at Mass Dispel. Oh, that wasn't even golden? There was just a regular Mass Dispel. Is that a bug? I think it's got to be a bug. Well, it was my second one, so I guess that's nice. But that'll do it. So let's take a sneak peek at our next arena. What's it going to be? Shaman, Mage, or Warlock? Well, we just played Warlock and Shaman, I think. Yeah, I think those were the 2 before this. So it's Mage time. We'll see you then.